experience and what you make of it.
We working on it.
This semester, and now we're on semester 2.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see everybody win. So, like, I'll be the one to push you and get on your nerves.
Let's get into that.
Like Nike said, just do it. I say this to people all the time. You're never going to win against me because the only person I'm competing with is myself. So,
I literally can't say this
I love
enough.
you, girl.
I love you too. Hey everyone, my name is Yarrii and you're watching Yarrii's Take, the podcast, where I keep everything raw, uncut, and educational. In this podcast, I hope to reach out to people who are ready to wake up and heal from generational trauma. Stick around to see the world through my take and learn something new with each and every episode. Today, for the first episode of Yarrii's Take, Season 1, Episode 1, I have a very special guest on here. My homegirl, can we get a roll call? Nyla! Let's get into it.
you're so funny.
Oh, but yeah, this is my girl. I love her. She's also my roommate. We're gonna talk about who she is. We're gonna talk about how we met. But you know, this episode is basically we're gonna talk about a little about each other. But after that, we're gonna talk about how to make the best out of your college experience and tips to stay on your P's and Q's at college. You know, that's what this episode is gonna look like. Just a little conversation, you know. So stick around if you wanna find out. But yeah, how you doing, girl? How you been? I ain't seen you since, I don't know, 10 minutes ago.
I'm good, you know, living my best life, trying to at least, you know. I'm alive, so that's great.
Okay. You want to tell them how we met, or you want me to tell them?
I mean, I can.
Okay.
I met this lovely young lady. My first year here, when I transferred in, we were in Spanish class.
Also my first year here.
Yes.
Yes. My first semester here.
We were in Spanish class, and I was like, dang, she kind of dope. I say, you know, I didn't think she was going to sound how she looked. And I was like, oh, she kind of cool for real. So then we just became friends after that.
Yeah, we became friends, and Nyla was the first one to approach me, and girl, I'm glad you did, because it's like, you're literally the first friend I made here at Del State. Aww. And after that, I feel like once we started talking and getting into conversations, also, before I get back into it, she's the one who encouraged me to start this podcast, so I hope y'all give her a round of applause, because without her, we wouldn't be here.
Give yourself a round of applause, because if it weren't for you, we wouldn't be here, including myself. So you took that initiative.
But you believed in me, so I could believe in myself. You know, without you, like, you really are, though. Like, I really do appreciate you. And I say this all the time, but, you know, my viewers don't know. After I had a really hard first semester here. I didn't like Del State. I didn't like the staff. I didn't like the students. You were the only friend that I made here where it's like, I finally met somebody real, you know? And it's like, I hate making friends for fun. I'm always big on that. Don't make friends for fun. Make friends that benefit you. And you did. Even just with talking to you for the one time, I was like, I can tell, like, I can read people. You know I can read people. You scared me. And I already knew. I was like, this girl's authentic to herself. She knows her self-identity, and there's a lot of people who struggle with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you made me want to stay here. Like, I remember I came here in the summer to get my dropout forms, and you called me saying, we're roommates. Our application went through. And I was like, I guess I'll give it another semester, and now we're on semester 2.
That's what I'm saying. That was supposed to be your journey. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you followed through with that, because there's only so much I can say.
I know.
It's your actions.
You're right.
But I'm here to motivate you. You know, all my friends. I just feel like I want to see everybody win. So, like, I'll be the one to push you and get on your nerves, because I don't care how you feel about it.
And I love that about you, because there's not a lot. That's the big thing with friends, where it's like, if your friend is not telling you how it is, and like, even if it's ugly or don't sound good, if you're not telling me I should be doing this, I need to be on my P's and Q's, like, wake up. That's why I love you, because you've done that so many times for me. And
that's what I feel like friendship's about, though. Like, if I care about you, I'm going to hold you accountable, because if you care about me, you should hold me accountable. If I'm slacking, my friend shouldn't continue to let me slack. You're not my friend.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
You don't know what's better for me.
You have to weed those people out, because everyone I surround myself is the reason that I'm in the positions that I are today, because we're constantly, not just me, but we, you know what I'm saying, are pushing each other, motivating each other. What I can't do, they can do. You know, like, we're able to learn and bounce off each other. And I feel like that's the biggest thing, especially in today's generation, is I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I actually want to be the dumbest, because I want to learn from everybody around me. And if y'all don't have that mindset, you're not going to grow.
You're never going to grow.
Yeah.
And I love that, because that's so important to stick to, where it's like, it's kind of like, it feels like belittling. Like, when you're in a room and everybody's talking about all these great things and you can't even relate because it's like you're not all the way there. And it's okay to not be there, but it's like you're not even taking that extra step to get there. But
yeah, everybody has their own journey, but I
Yes.
will say the initiative you put in determines the outcome of your journey. So don't be mad that you're not getting what you want if you're not playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't expect the result and not be on the field.
because
Like, that's
nobody's
crazy.
gonna do it for you. You gotta do it for yourself.
Exactly, absolutely.
As much as I say, like, you're the reason I'm here, like, you inspired me to tune into my creative side. That's something that I forsake for a really long time. You know, struggling with mental health and anxiety and depression, it was just like, I got too comfortable in my comfort zone, and all I did was like, if I just get good grades, that's all. But it's like, you inspired me to get active on campus, and once I did, I started to actually enjoy Del State's campus. I started to enjoy being here and taking advantage of what this campus has to provide for me. And I feel like a lot of people, it's so easy. You know, college can be scary. Sometimes you don't get along with your roommates. That's how it was my first semester here. And it's so easy to fall into that mindset where it's like, I don't want to be involved. I'm too anxious to get in the crowd and meet people. Like, it's scary. Like, it is scary. It was scary for me. But that's why your friends have a big impact on, you know, it's not just friends. Like, you got to get there yourself as well. But making sure that you're making the right friends is key. And
even like you said too, like, being active, it's not just about being at school and getting grades. That's not what college is about. And I knew that when I came in, and specifically being a transfer student and being somebody who graduated during the pandemic, I was locked in the house for some time.
Yeah.
So when it's go time, what can I do? What can I get involved in? I don't got time to be scared because what somebody gonna say no? Like, that's really all somebody can say. No, you can't do this. No, you can't be here. And I don't really like that word no. I like to say maybe not right now, or, you know, next time, or maybe a little bit later. Because, like, yeah. That's my 2 cents. Because it's like, I hear so many people talk about not having a positive college experience. And, you know, even, you know, at our university, other universities, HBCUs aren't that special, whatever. But it's all about your experience and what you make of it. Nobody's telling me to be right here right now. Nobody's telling you to be here right now. It's a choice that you're making for yourself. So it's like, I just hope that people overall can just take more effort to doing what you love. The idea you had about starting a clothing brand, do it. You want to start your own podcast, do it. The most people can say is, "Ew, I don't like it," and what? You didn't do it for them. You did it for you. Exactly. So, just moving forward.
The only thing holding you back is really you, and that was how it was for me. My first semester here, like, I had so many I came to Del State with so many great ideas and intentions, but then I got I blame it on my roommate situation, my living situation, because my first dorm hall here was horrible. Y'all know how it is at Warren Franklin, but we're not going to get into that, all that negative stuff. But, you know, I was the only thing stopping me from having a great experience. And in the summertime, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to continue at the school. And I kept finding excuses to blame it on other things, where it was the staff, it was the students, but it was just what I made out of that experience.
You are your biggest obstacle. I say that to myself all the time. The only reason I'm not going to do something is because of me. That's it. So I am not going to be my own obstacle. I'm having a bad day. It's okay. Pick myself up, get up, because tomorrow is going to be here, God willing. And I need to be ready for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, people got to realize, if you're looking like, dang, I haven't done this, I haven't done this, I haven't done this, keyword I. Take a step back and look at what you can do to advance that.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. And I salute you. Like, I literally do. Like, I say this every time. Every time me and you have heart to hearts, I'm just like, damn, I'd be surprised. I'm like,
not the damn.
Dang.
Fix yourself.
Let's get into how we can make your college experience great. I want to say, like, I remember your first time you bought me a Christmas gift. I bought an agenda for myself to have my life together, but I never really used it. You bought me this calendar, which, you know, it's a simple thing, but it's like, it literally changed the structure of my week a lot. Like, I actually started writing, because it's right in front of me, versus an agenda, it's a book just locked away in my backpack. Like, if you want to use an agenda, that's cool. Like, I know you do. But for me, I didn't even take it. I didn't even take it out of my bag. Versus my calendar, it's up there in front of me. And I started writing down what assignment was due what week and what event is coming up. And it's like, and when I say events, like, I'm not really into the whole partying. I'm not that kind of college girl. Versus, like, when I'm talking about events, I'm talking about school-oriented events where you can, when you go, you can network and make the best out of your experience there. And that's where you meet people and, you know, make friendships, make, you know, that's where you get your colleagues from, because the friends that you make at the parties are just going to be party friends. Like, they're not going to be anything more.
But to the calendar.
Yes.
Organization is key.
Yes.
Especially being in college. You know, I'm part of the TV station. I have my major that I'm heavily involved in. You know, I have my internship. I have a lot that I'm trying to do, and I can't remember everything.
Right.
Especially being a part of a television station, we're covering all kinds of different events every day.
Yeah.
So in order for me to be on my P's and Q's, I got like 2 meetings, 1 project to finish, got to come to the studio at 6 to record something. I'm never going to remember all of that. And like, you can't hold yourself to remember that. So when you come to college, you have to have some type of structure, some type of organization. Going to community college before coming here definitely helped me with that, because I was able to learn early how I needed to structure myself to make sure that I'm checking all my boxes. Because not only do I have a physical big calendar, but then I got the agenda book and I got it in my phone. That's just because it works for me and I know it does. So like, when you find something that works for you, you got to stick with it.
No,
like,
you
really
definitely
have
do.
to.
And I definitely advise everybody to, you know, take note on that, because me starting up with that calendar is when I start out like getting my life together at college, where it's like, okay, I know I have this due. I know there's this event coming up. I know this is where I got to be now, and I see it in front of me. And then it encouraged me to, all right, let me write up next week. Let me write up next month. Let me get ahead of my year. And when you are ahead of your year, it's like nothing can stop you.
And you can add anything. On like, what day you want to meet? Wednesday? Wednesday, let me check the calendar. What time? All right, 3 p.m. don't work for me. Can we do 6? Okay, we're going to write down 6. Like, it works like that. You just got to have your schedule planned out, because when you're all over the place trying to move around, do too much, that's when you start overworking yourself. And you're like, well, I tried to do this, this, and this, but I couldn't do it all at one time.
And you start double booking. It's like, I didn't even
correctly.
know.
That's really what it was. Preparation is a part of the key to success.
I remember making plans with friends, and it's like, I didn't even look at my calendar. I'm just like, wow, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, we got to reschedule because I didn't even look. But that's one thing that I stand big on, where having your life structured. Also, like, planning your day as well. Like,
being proactive with your day, because, girl, I will say with you, you know,
waking up early.
We working on it. But
husky season.
I'm working on it, but you do devote time and energy to like yourself, and the gym is your getaway. You wake up, you be at the gym, you be in there. I'll be like, yeah, I'll be in there for an hour.
You stand for 2,
but that works for you.
Yes.
And you're able to effectively do that, and you have to stick with that. Like, you found that and you've stuck with it, and it benefits you not only physically but mentally. You know what I'm saying? That's an escape for you and all that kind of stuff. Like,
and it could be for everybody. A lot of people don't realize that. Even therapists say how working out 3 to 4 times a week, just an hour a day, is so beneficial for your mental health. And we're at those states. It's part of your tuition. You get charged for that wellness center. Use it. Literally use it. It's right there. And I feel like me as a person, waking up early, starting my day in the gym, it helps me be productive for the day. And I don't want to come back and go to bed. It's like, all right, now let me shower. Now let me make breakfast. Now let me get my day started. And it just encourages you to have a better day overall. And when I don't go to the gym, that's when I realize, I'm like, dang, I'm having a bad day today. And me personally, the gym is an outlet. I don't know about anybody else, but I know it can be an outlet for you as well. You just got to make it. You just got to, like, and if it's not your outlet, find something else that's your outlet. But just having an outlet,
because, you know, my outlet, I have the TV station, but sometimes that can still be like a chore. I love my people, but it can still be a lot, because, you know, a leadership position is still a lot. So my way to kind of just debrief is my journal.
You're making it look so easy, though.
If y'all saw my journal, some people wouldn't be happy with me, because I'd say what I'm feeling. But like, you know what I'm saying? Because you have to have some kind of outlet to get whatever's on your chest off. Because if you let that sit, that's going to eat you alive. And that's where you start talking about depression. And that's where you start talking about things that are affecting you, because you're letting that sit on your spirit. And you can't continue to do that. That's not going to be effective, especially being in college. You trying to do 3 orgs, be a part of your major, and then you're not even taking no time for you.
And you're wondering why you're so stressed out and exhausted and burnt out.
You're going to explode.
Let's get back to the journaling, because that's something that you also got me back into. Like, I used to journal all the time, but then I just let go of it. And then I realized, like, I was just venting and trauma dumping to the people around me. And that takes a toll on your friends, too. Like, yes, your friends are there to support you, but you can't, everything that you hold inside, you can't expect for somebody to listen to you every single time.
Or even have the right words to say. Because I'm your friend, but there are certain things that you struggle with that I've never struggled with. So I cannot give you the right perspective for what you may need during that time. And that's why I feel like journaling specifically,
you see it in front of you.
Even you see it in front of you, you're able to reflect on it you know, like look
How
back
can I
at
better
that,
from
and
it?
can't nobody, you're not
Nobody can
sugarcoating
judge you.
anything. Nobody's
Yeah.
judging you. Nobody's shifting how you feel in that moment. Feel how you feel. You deserve to feel how you feel because you are you. So write it down and just live in that moment. But then also let it go.
Yes.
Like,
don't hold on to it.
Let that journal be the access of, I feel like I personally write in my journal when I can feel that like I might not be having a good day, or I'm really excited about something, like I gotta tell somebody. And then I take it to my journal, and it's also a blessing to look back at, because if I look back at my journal from a year ago, I'm in a completely different mindset from where I'm at right now. And I feel like the only way you can see growth is if you document it. I even take videos of myself. When I'm crying, I take videos of myself.
No,
I know it's crazy.
That's a form of healing, though. Me and my
Yeah.
therapist talk about that. That's literally a form of healing, because it's like when you see yourself crying, it's like it kind of gives you the realization of
It's a reality show.
Yes, it really is.
It's like, what are you doing?
Like, snap out
Stand
of it.
up.
Bro,
Sorry.
that's so funny to me, because that's how I really be. Like, I'll have a whole emotional breakdown. I'm just like, you being so dramatic.
Yeah.
Get it together.
Yeah.
Come on now, get it together.
Yeah.
And like sometimes your friends they're too kind. They don't, they want to tiptoe around you. Where it's like, you're going to be the only one keeping it as real as possible with yourself.
Right. Because I be talking to myself in my journal, actually, more than anything. They be like, dang, Nyla, why you talking to yourself like this? Because I needed to hear it.
The
like,
smartest people is the ones who talk to themselves. Albert Einstein, I think. I got to check
it was
that.
him. It was
right?
him. It was him. He talked to himself. But it's like sometimes, my dad told me one time, he said sometimes the things that you say out loud isn't for other people, it's for you.
It's for you, yep.
And I took that one day, and I was like, what you talking about? But one day I said something to my friend, and I was like, you didn't need to hear that, I did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know, with journaling or even having conversations, that's what that can be. Like, use the resources you have to express how you feel. And if you can't express how you feel, you're around the wrong circle of people.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. You got to double check with your friends. It's like, if you can't be real and you got to tiptoe around how I can express myself to my friends, you are not hanging around the right people.
Right.
And I feel like that's a mindset in college where it's like everybody wants to be friends with the people who are at the hot spots and know everything. And it's just like, no, how about you find your people?
Like-minded people is what's going to be, and it doesn't even have to be like-minded, because you and I are completely different majors.
Different
You're not even
people,
mass
different
comm, you know what I'm saying?
culture.
Different cultures, different races, all that kinds of stuff. But our morals, our values, our mindsets align.
Yes.
And those are the type of people you have to surround yourself with, because y'all can have conversations that intellectually stimulate each other. I always say, I'm sorry. I don't have unintelligent conversations. I don't. I'm not sitting around just talking about nothing. That's a waste of my breath, my time, and my energy. I want to be talking to people about.
And time is something you can't get back.
No.
It's really, you can't get back. Why are we sitting here talking about a whole bunch of nothing?
Yeah, it's literally a waste of time. So like, that's why it's so key to, especially being in college, the wrong group of friends can bring you down the same way they can be the ones to bring you up.
Yes.
So.
And I literally lucked out with finding the right type of person. Like, I literally can't say this enough.
I love you, girl.
I love you too.
She know I'm not touchy, so I'm like hugging her on the inside.
I know, like literally in my head, I just want to like get up and hug her.
I know,
like,
but don't touch me.
It's okay. It's a Gemini. It's really the Gemini. Like, it's a love-hate relationship, and that's fine. That's literally fine. I love you for you. And that's another thing. A lot of people don't accept where it's like, you don't love me. Like, no, I just don't love you in your love language.
But I think, too, even loving somebody for them, I think that's deep, too. Because, like...
not a lot of people can do that.
It's like... I have friends where it's like, yeah, that's just them. Yeah. But I love them. Like, I love them for who they are. You know what I'm saying? Not like, you know, sometimes that can be taken out of context or taken that the right way. But like you, I love you. You're very opinionated and you're not going to hold your tongue. No. And I know that about you.
Ever.
And so I'll be like, yeah, that's Yarrii being Yarrii. She going to say what she going to say and we can have a conversation after. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's like, I love you because you do that. I love you for you being you. Like, Chelsea. Chelsea gonna say what she wants. That boy.
We love Chelsea.
Keyboard voices. Like, I love my friends because they are who they are. And to a certain extent, there are qualities that I have in friends that I wish I had because I'm trying to get to that place. I am somebody that does watch what I say before I say it because I'm very, you know, big on journalism. When I come with something, I want to come to you with facts, statistics, not an opinion.
Right, because my opinion don't matter at the end of the day.
I want to come to you with an educated response. So, but sometimes I do be wishing like, dang, I wish I would have just been like, boom, here it is.
But it's like, that's the thing. A lot of people can try to prove you wrong with your opinion, but when you coming to them with facts, they're like, I can't even speak on that. No. She's speaking facts.
Literally.
Like, I can't disagree with her. Like,
absolutely.
I could disagree with your opinion, but not what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Because an opinion is just, I think even too, I wouldn't even say an opinion, like I think an educated opinion is what's more effective. Like an opinion is just an opinion, but also to our generation, how you gonna have opinion when you don't even know what you're talking about?
Oh my God, thank you. You don't know how many arguments I've had with people where it's like, you don't even know the situation. You want to sit here and tell me your opinion versus I have a perspective and I did the research where it's like, I'm trying to spread that information to you and you're just not hearing it. And
Absolutely.
But those are the type of people where it's like, you just can't get through to them. And it's like, and if you can, if I made a difference in your life, that's one thing I stand by. It's like, I don't want somebody to, when somebody meets me, I want to be memorable. Like, I want you to remember me because I taught you something. You remember me because of, I don't know, something that you didn't know before you met me.
Yeah, it's also supposed to be about growth, like you said. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, friends play big key in having a great experience at college, and I stand by that because the wrong friends really will drag you down. And I have had the wrong set of friends. Like, that's why, like, I'm speaking from experience where, you know, I did have the wrong set of friends before, and they weren't mentally challenging me to be my best version of myself. And that's why I stand by, do not make friends for fun, especially at college, because they will drag you down. Let's talk about
and it's cool to have acquaintances. That's another thing though. I got a lot of acquaintances.
That's not a friend.
I'm gonna say, what's up, how you doing? We can chit chat, but it's like when I go home and I'm ready to debrief, that's only with a certain group of people.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Not everybody gets to see that side of us.
No.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay. We touched a lot of topics on what we were talking about, but let's talk about your experience here at Del State and how, like, I know that you're one of the people that took advantage of your opportunities here, and you're kind of the person who taught me how to network, introduce myself everywhere I go, who I am, what's my major, and what I want, because it's like nobody's going to hand that to you. If you're being scary, you're never going to get the opportunity out of college. Like, how do we overcome the anxiety of, you know, getting into that and just introducing yourself while you're out at those events and networking? Because that's one thing that you taught to me, you know? Let's get into that.
Like Nike said, just do it. Literally. No, but it really do be that. Like, no, literally, please. But it really is just that deep. Like I said, I came here after a pandemic where I was learning mass comm on the computer. I did not know how to work a camera. Honestly, I could edit, you know, videos a little bit because I tried to do my own YouTube channel. So I had like basic understanding. But as soon as I came here and I said, oh, we got an equipment room, we got a studio, and I asked somebody, oh, when are we able to use this? Oh, anytime we want to.
Right.
That's all I needed, because all you gave me was the outlet. That's why I say too, it's on you individually to take that step.
Yes.
Nobody held my hand and said, oh, Nyla, you look like you can make videos. Do you want to try this? No. You show up to those meetings, you make yourself known. I say every time I walk in a room, I want everybody here to remember me, because
introduce yourself when you speak. Like when you walk into a room.
You never know what may come out of that. I was able to go to Atlanta for a research symposium simply because I walked up to the dean of the College of Business and said, yep, I know a team who can do this, and this, where you want them to be, we can set it up. And he said, you know what? I might have something for y'all. Closed mouths don't get fed.
Exactly.
And I'm somebody who, I'm not going to sit here and wait for an opportunity to come and knock on my door, because it don't work like that.
It doesn't.
But I will
don't work that way.
My tail off, and I will have the resume to show you I'm willing to work hard to get what I want. Because also too, I do care. I do feel like, you know, in the journalism industry, I'm somebody that really struggled with how do I tell the story I want to tell. And coming to Delaware State University, I wanted to tell the story of the students.
Right.
Before I came to this school, I actually watched like a million videos on YouTube
of
Delaware State,
okay.
Parties, vlogs, everything.
Okay.
But it was just students. It was no Delaware State University promoting all these awesome things that they had or what was going on to that capacity. You know, we had like the little news thing, but like it was like one show. It was around campus, which displayed a whole bunch of things that happened that week, which in the news package is awesome. But we're now on social media now.
Right.
So how can we touch on what's going on right now and be relevant, because we weren't before? So that I had that idea and I just followed through with that idea. And like, I think that's the biggest thing. My idea was to be as involved as I could on the basis of highlighting the students. Now myself, That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to highlight the community. I have people that tell me I want to go to DSU because I look at the page and see how awesome, you know, the campus is and the fashion that we got going on and the students, how they're able to unify together for all kinds of issues and collectively work together to benefit each other. And we're able to showcase that. So like, I feel like I've checked my boxes here in terms of what I came here to do and even creating opportunities for other people. Like I tried my best to like just push everybody because like I said, I'm not going up if my team ain't going up. And you know, if I were to ever make it the way that I pray to make it one day, like there ain't no way my team not coming with me. Right. Because it's like we all have been working
together collectively. Yeah, and no, that's definitely true. It's girl, I feel like, especially with DESU TV, it's put so much out there for especially freshmen or incoming students where it's like, it looks like, oh, this is what Del State is. This is what's really happening versus it's like the students posting it on YouTube, it's one perspective where it says this is, we're trying to get everybody's perspective. This is what Del State is like. And that's really important, especially like if I had that before I came here, it definitely would have changed my perspective coming to Del State.
And the narrative, because I felt like too, like the narrative before DSU TV really became a thing was like party school. You know, it's
that's
like
literally what it was to me.
But it's because how do you see the school? Social media or media overall, and what are you seeing on
everybody
media?
Broadcasts the party side of Del State, and it's like, and I don't want to. I'm not going to college to party. I don't like parties. I don't even like big events, like let alone a party.
But I think it's really important to highlight the essence of not just the party because during the, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., what are we doing? We don't see that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we wanted to showcase again, just the true essence of being a student at Delaware State University on a day-to-day basis. And like, I hope we've done that for real.
No, it definitely
we hope
has.
to continue to do it and like to add shows because also too that's helped students like be creative and coming back from a pandemic. The campus was very scary. Don't touch me, 6 feet apart. You know, of course we're going through a pandemic, so keep your space. But at the same point, it was like everybody was locked in the house, so they were terrified to communicate with one another.
Everybody had social anxiety. Like they started like. It was so hard for people to come out of that mindset. Even me, like before the pandemic, I used to kind of have this social butterfly in me, but the pandemic came around and that anxiety came back up, and it was like hard to just go out there and introduce myself. Even in like Spanish class, like nobody would have known. Like I just looked like a regular Muslim girl up until I forgot our professor's name. I keep forgetting his name.
Dr. Taylor.
Dr. Taylor. Like especially with him trying to I would say, my name is Yarrii. He's like, no, what is your name? And he would try to pronounce my name, and that's when everybody was like, oh, like this girl, like it started
That's because it was more than just I pick you. Speak. It was you like, and if you have a class with me, you know who I am. If you have a class with me, you know who I am. Because I'm not just saying I'm here for attendance. I'm taking advantage of the opportunity. I'll be arguing with my professors like, wait a minute, when did they say that? Or how come you feel that way? Because I'm thinking da-da-da-da-da-da, because also too, like, we're all here to grow and learn, and I want to test what you have to say because I want to really understand it. Because also too, what people don't understand, college isn't just to get a grade. College is to understand things, to go into the world and be able to attack the world head on. I've had conversations with people that have gotten to new heights because of the things I have been educated on at my HBCU. You know what I'm saying? And like, people take that for granted, especially to the history. I'm somebody who's very big on history. I care a lot about our history because it matters. And it
does matter. That's one thing that I noticed at Del State, because growing up in America, like, for example, with the whole Thanksgiving thing, like, we were taught a lot of misinformation. And like, my one class I got right now, social stratification, like, I feel like this professor really is challenging us to learn, and if your professors aren't challenging you to learn, you need to challenge them. You need to get into a spot where it's like your professor needs to remember you, that he's the one who's going to write you a letter.
Unless you like nursing or something, don't challenge them because they know what they saying, and I don't want them to be challenged.
Our majors is not like that. That's not our majors.
That's not. But in my major, I'm going to question you.
And these are the professors that are going to write you recommendation letters. So it's like you got to get on a good side with your professor, and it's like, at the end, if I graduate, I'm still cool with my professor. If I need anything back from the school, hit him up.
I have my 4th grade teacher on Instagram and speed dial.
Wow.
My 4th grade teacher, Miss Kimberly Hagan. Shout out to you, girl. I love you. I love that woman because she made a difference in my life, and because I know a lot of my teachers. I'm not gonna lie. Like, But I feel like I was somebody who saw the value in having a relationship with the teacher. Because some people think it's like weird. Some people think it's like, nah, they're just my teacher. Like, this is where it ends. But like, I'm not gonna lie. I will sit in your office and be like, what can I learn from you? What did you do in your life? Because I don't know exactly where I want to go. I don't.
No.
And the only way I can know that is by learning from other people's experiences. My dad, I ask him so many questions from him being in the Army and traveling the world. Like, I want to know, what did you see? What did you learn? Because I want to be there. I want to get there. So when I start touching into that, I may have a little background knowledge, you know, because I sat down with my professors and they just have so much to offer, and you want to be on their good side. Because like you said too, when you got to write, you need recommendation letters and you need people to suggest you, or even these professors, especially college professors, are connected. One call, you got a job.
Right.
But they ain't giving a job to nobody who don't show that they're not willing to show up.
Take initiative.
Put the work effort in the classroom. That's how you get opportunities outside the classroom. Also, to what you said, a lot of the opportunities I got were because people saw, oh, she's serious.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see what you really got. And then here's the other part. Once you get that opportunity, don't take it for granted.
Right.
Take that opportunity no matter how big or small and run with it.
And make the best out of it.
DSU TV, when we first started, had about 800 followers.
Right.
We took that and ran with it. We now have like 1,700 or 500 followers. We just posted a video today that got like, it's going to be
just one day, literally one day.
Last time I checked, it was at 17,000 views. Like, that is a viral video on our Delaware State platform. Come on now.
Yeah. You better let them know.
Come on.
You better let them know. And that's how it is.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. But I love that though. And I'm excited. And I feel like this is also going to like start a new outlet for people to tell a new story.
I hope so, because I also want other people to be able to come on to here and like have conversations like this where it's like, tell us how you feel, tell us your story, and we're going to get into how to do better from that and how to better yourself. And I hope this video reaches out to those students who are struggling at college, you know? Like, I was one of those students, and that's why I wanted to make this platform as well, where it's like, it's okay. Not everybody has the ropes. Like, I didn't come from a family where people went to college. I'm the first one to attend college, you know?
And what do I always say? You have your own what?
Experience.
Journey.
Yeah. Everybody has their own journey. Everybody makes their own experience, where it's like, you know, your experience doesn't have to look exactly like mine, but if you need help on it, where it's like, this is the place for it. Like, ask for help, reach out to people.
Like, don't compare. If you see where somebody's at, where you want to be at, ask them how they got there.
What was that one quote? Comparing is the worst enemy. What's that one quote?
I'm not going to help you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was there, but it's gone. It came to me, but it's gone.
But like, for real, like, if you sit there and compare yourself to nobody, you're never going to be satisfied.
You're never going to be happy.
Because I say to myself, I say this to people all the time, you're never going to win against me because the only person I'm competing with is myself. And if you have that mindset, like,
you're unstoppable.
Because, you know, there's been times where it's like, dang, you're doing this, but I'm not doing that, but we have our own journey.
Yes.
I'm supposed to be doing this right now. You may supposed to be doing this 5 years from now because that's your journey.
Right.
Like, you can't define it. You can't create it for yourself. You just got to go through it and put your best foot forward and see where it takes you. Like,
everybody has their own personal life, and nobody's life is going to look similar to yours. Do not look up to people to be like them. Look up to people
to learn from them. How did they get? I don't want to. If I'm talking to Beyonce or Oprah, I don't want to know what your shows was like or what it's like being married to Jay-Z.
I want to know what you did and how to get there.
When you started your businesses, how did you do this and what did you do?
Right. Yeah.
So definitely.
Yeah.
This has been fun though.
It has been fun, and I appreciate you for coming out and being my first, guest speaker on my first episode. I hope that students take something from this and, make sure don't let it go one ear and out the other, because this is great advice. This is the type of advice I hear from her. She hears from me every single night.
Day.
And like, it's just amazing. Like, y'all see the work she be doing at DSU TV, learn from it and go on with that. Like she said, run with it. And like I said, that's it for this first week's episode. Thank you for watching and subscribe. Bye, y'all.